How much does it cost to build a PC right now? Is $1,000 enough? Should you spend $1,500 or should you spend over $2,000? In today's video, I will tell you how much you should spend on your next gaming PC depending on your needs and other factors that will affect the price of a gaming PC. And I will give you specific PC build recommendations for different budgets and resolutions. So the link to those PC builds will be down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. The first factor that will affect the price of a PC is going to be the monitor resolution. Trust me, you always want to avoid a monitor bottleneck, meaning that say you want to play at 4K resolution, but you buy PC components that are designed for 1080p instead. In that case, you will be getting a terrible gaming experience and everything will feel stuttery in your 4K display. As you probably know, the higher the resolution, the more expensive the PC will be. 1080p being the cheapest resolution, 1440p is a good balance between quality and performance, and then 4K is the most expensive resolution, but it's also the best one when it comes to visuals. With that in mind, if you put the right PC components together, you should spend around $500 up to $1,000 for 1080p resolution. Then if you play at 1440p, this number is going to be between $800 and $1,800. And if you want to play at 4K resolution, I recommend spending between $1,200 and $3,000 or more. As you can see, these price ranges are wide. So how do you know how much a PC will cost exactly? Because you know, spending $800 on a 1440p PC build is not the same as spending $1,800. Well, that's because the second factor is the type of games that you play and your FPS goals. To make it easy for you, basically if you play very easy to run games like Minecraft, Roblox, Valorant, if you spend about 500 to 700 USD, that's going to be enough for any resolution. However, if you want to play high demanding games like Cyberpunk 2077, The Last of Us Part 1, Red Dead Redemption 2, and you want to play these games on high to ultra settings, then the price is going to be higher. In that case, I recommend you spending between $700 up to $900 if you want to play at 1080p, although you can spend around $1,000 if you want a more future-proof 1080p system or if you want nicer aesthetics. $1,200 to $1,500 is the sweet spot for 1440p resolution for these high demanding games, but once again, you can spend a bit more and you can spend up to $1,800 if you want a more future-proof 1440p gaming PC or better aesthetics. And then if you want to play these very high demanding games at 4K, I do recommend you spending around $1,800 up to $2,200. But again, you can spend way more money, especially at 4K resolution, if you want the best performance in the market because you want the best graphics card in the market. Now, if you prioritize a monitor's refresh rate, meaning that you want high FPS because you play competitive shooters like Fortnite, CS2, Valorant, and these type of games, and you want a 240, 360, possibly even a 540Hz monitor, then the price is going to be different for these PCs. Here, for those type of systems, you want faster CPUs and you can also balance it out with your GPUs. So for a 240Hz 1080p experience, a $750 up to $900 gaming PC is going to be enough. Now, if you want to play on a 240Hz 1440p monitor or a 360Hz 1080p one, then I recommend you spending around $1,200. And if you want to play on a 540Hz 1080p monitor or 360Hz 1440p or 240Hz at 4K, then spending around $1,500 will get you there. And you might be wondering, what are these prices based on? Well, these price ranges mean that for that price, let's say between $700 to $900 for 1080p resolution, it means that for this price, you are getting a well-balanced CPU and GPU combo. These two components are going to determine your FPS and also the monitor resolution. So as you know, the better the CPU and GPU combo, the faster the performance is going to be. And then you should get good quality components around them because you can get the best CPU and GPU out there. But if you are bottlenecking your components, let's say you get the wrong CPU cooler, then that's going to be a big issue. So these price ranges, once again, mean that you are getting good quality components and the right CPU and GPU combo. And that's why I will leave the perfect PC build for all budgets and all resolutions down in the video description. So if you are looking to buy a new gaming PC, then check those out because you make sure that they are compatible with each other and they are going to work perfectly fine for different type of games and different resolutions. And before you hate on the comment section, yes, you can spend way more money if you want. You can spend $2,000 on a gaming PC and play on a 1080p monitor and achieve very high FPS. But this is going to be a waste of money and a complete overkill, considering that you will not notice a difference with your human eyes because your monitor will not be able to display those high frame rates. That being said, if you have $2,000 to spend and you have a 1080p monitor, I would actually recommend you to spend $1,600 on a PC or $1,500 and spend the extra on a 1440p or even 4K monitor, depending on the type of games that you want to play and depending on your FPS goals. That's going to give you a much better gaming experience overall. But of course, you can just not follow my advice and do whatever you want because frankly, I don't care. However, one thing that many people do wrong is spending way too much on aesthetic. Guys, it's okay to spend a little bit more on aesthetics, but the problem comes when you are sacrificing your performance for aesthetics. So let's say you have $1,000 to spend on a gaming PC and you spend $400 on nice aesthetics. Well, then you are going to be getting a terrible performance, of course, depending on the type of games and the resolution that you want to play at. But my point here is it's okay to spend $100 or $200 more for aesthetics, but just do not sacrifice your gaming performance because then you are most likely going to regret it. And this is going to depend on your budget as well, because if you have $4,000 to spend, then you don't need to spend anything more on aesthetics because that's going to be enough. But if you're working with a tight budget, let's say you have $800 to spend, where you can get really good performance for 1080p, for example, but then if you overspend in aesthetics, you are going to be sacrificing this gaming performance. So in that case, I recommend you spending $100 up to $200 max extra on aesthetics if you want a nicer look. On the other hand, I do believe that you should prioritize not bottlenecking your system. Get the right CPU and GPU combo with no bottlenecks, and then get the right components around them, because this factor will determine whether or not you get good gaming performance and whether or not you get FPS drops or stutters. So if you want to avoid that, but you don't know how to, don't worry about it, because I made an entire video talking about the best complete PC builds, all budgets and resolutions included. You can find that one in the top right corner of the screen and down in the video description alongside every PC I mentioned today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.